Hi there, and welcome to another episode of the Creative Write Podcast by Senna Laakso, and that's me. Today we are going to talk about 2 ingredients you need for a strong, beautiful story. That's probably going to be successful too. But before we talk about those 2 ingredients, stay tuned for those. I want to tell you once again, as I always do, my information is in the episode description, so subscribe to my mailing list. Check out my website, follow me on social media, follow the podcast, and so on. But yeah, now we are going to talk about those 2 ingredients. And we are going to start with the first one. So let's not talk about both at once. Let's talk about the first one. And that's emotion. You want your reader to feel something, and you want your characters to feel something, and you want the story to inflict some kind of emotion on your reader. So, emotion. Create emotion with your words and make sure your characters are feeling something too. Don't, because otherwise it's going to be quite dull. We need emotion. I think actually most stories, like successful stories, they have emotion. Um, and your reader is supposed to feel that same emotion your characters are feeling, or at least that's how you create a successful, beautiful story and a strong story, a strong, experience for your reader too. So, pay attention to how you are, writing about emotion, how it's showing on the page, and how it's, how your readers use better readers, how your readers are, how is the emotion on the page affecting them and their reading experience. That's something to think about. But that's only the first ingredient. What is the other one? And the other one is wonder. And an example about this is Harry Potter. Like all the magical features in Harry Potter, like the magical creatures and the magic itself, and all that beautiful world building and everything that is in Harry Potter. I think that adds wonder. And you don't have to write fantasy to add wonder. Obviously, yeah, fantasy is probably best known for, being wondrous, you know, because fantasy elements are usually something that cause wonder, but you could still cause wonder in like romance novels or contemporary novels, horror fiction, thrillers, anything. Obviously, it's going to be a little bit different, and as a fantasy author, I'm more experienced with fantasy and so on, but emotion and wonder are those things that pull your reader to the story. And, wonder, for example, in mystery novel, wonder could be like also like wondering about what is going to happen next, and that kind of like suspense and all that. So, as you can see, it depends on your genre, but for example, in fantasy, it's usually the magic and world building and all that, which is going to cause, all the wonder in your, reader. And how do you know whether or not you're doing it right? Like whether the emotion and wonder is actually like doing its job, like coming off page kinda to the reader's experience. How do you know that? Well, use better readers. And there's an episode called Learn from Feedback or something similar. I haven't named it yet, but it's going to be something similar. So yeah, check that out. It's probably going to be out before this one. So it's already filmed at least. So yeah, check out that episode and see, what to talk about there. If you have anything, any questions or anything about beta readers, maybe I answered those in that episode. Who knows? But yeah, emotion and wonder are the 2 ingredients for a strong story, because they're going to pull your reader into the story. Your reader is going to feel like they are in the story, and that's what you want to do. And that's what's, in my opinion, that's what creates a strong story. So yeah. Maybe you disagree. If you disagree, feel free to do so and tell me about it too. Email me, comment on YouTube, or comment on other social media or something. Yeah, I definitely want to talk to you about all these topics. If you have any questions, or if you have any feedback, or if you have, you know, if you are disagreeing, I would be interested to hear, like, why are you disagreeing, with what are you disagreeing, and so on. Because obviously, you know, not all writing tips are going to be universal. Some tips work for others, but not for others, and so on. And this isn't an exact. This is exactly a tip in a way. Like, this isn't concrete tip, like some of writing tips are. But yeah, I definitely think if your story has enough emotion and enough wonder, you have what it takes, the two ingredients that it takes to create a strong story. But yeah, feel free to disagree, although I I stand by my words on this one. Definitely. At least that's my experience as a reader too. Like, all the stories I've read that have like been like 5 out of 5 or 4 out of 5, they have both of these, emotion and wonder. So yeah. But that's about it. I'm not going to bore you more. Just remember, emotion and wonder, and write about those. And if you don't know how your reader is, taking those things, ask your beta readers. Your beta readers are your best tool, honestly, when you are, like, before publishing, ask your readers. And even after publishing, ask your readers for feedback. But yeah, that wasn't the point. So, emotion and wonder, and thank you so much for listening once again. Just remember those two ingredients, not too much to remember. And especially when you are editing, doing developmental editing, keep those two in mind. So yeah, thank you so much for watching or listening or both. And yeah, I hope I see you in the next episode. But yeah, before you go, check out, the episode description and follow me on social media and subscribe to my mailing list and so on. There's some free gifts when you subscribe to my mailing list. But yeah, that's about it. Thank you so much for watching or listening, and yeah, happy writing. Goodbye, creatives. I hope I see you in the next episode.